NBA. Here are the 5 for the Raptors. In at the forward spots, we'll see Barrett and Barnes. Grady Dick is out there with Brandon Ingram. And it's Boucher in at the center, filling out the middle. And for the Celtics, White in at shooting guard, with Brown playing small forward. The post pair, Tatum and Porzingis. And it's Holiday in at the point. Stolen by Holiday. White with it. And what a matchup we have here in the front court, Greg.
Yeah, each of these teams are anchored by their big men. I think it's going to be physical and highly intensified.
Now, here's Barrett. After the miss from Derek White. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
It is really difficult to get your feet completely set, to stay completely still. It's almost surprising to me that it isn't called more often.
Now, here is Holiday. White with it. Picked up by Barrett. It's deflected.
Well, you want the activity and the disruptive ability of R.J. Barrett to be on display. It is right there.
And there's another turnover by the Raptors. First quarter of play, 1 minute played. And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. I caught up with Coach Joe Mazzulla, so we started to talk about R.J. Barrett. Coach complimented him, saying he's got great energy, a great build, and he knows how to score. So I'm telling the guys to stick to him like glue and just keep the pressure on. We'll see if that high-pressure defense can shut Barrett down tonight. Kevin?
Thank you, David.
A solid shooter from outside the arc. Ingram is fantastic at realizing when he should take those shots.
Now, here's Tatum. Toronto grabs the miss.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
And the defense of this Raptors team, Craig, they are built to switch.
And it's no accident with their roster construction. They like having wings that can guard all 5 positions. Makes defending a much easier prospect.
Now here's Ingram. And the Raptors hit again from deep.
And known for the jump shot, Ingram needs to keep firing away with confidence from that spot.
Porzingis with a screen on Barrett. Tatum against Barnes. Holiday the pass to Tatum. Porzingis sets the pick for Tatum. Out to Porzingis. Just 5 to shoot. And no good. The dry spell continuing for him. Inside, Barnes. And the dunk by Barnes.
You can see how well Scotty Barnes moves on a basketball floor. And I mean that north and south, and what hops this young man has.
Now here is Holiday. White looking around. Outside Holiday. Austin needs to get off a shot. There's Tatum. It's good. The assist that time from Holiday.
Now that mid-range jumper is so on point. Jason Tatum is a 3-level scorer.
Dick passes to Ingram. It's Barrett on the wing. Back to Ingram. Barrett against Brown. Out to Ingram. It's up a 3. Jaylen Brown with the rebound. Celtics trail by 5. And it's Brandon Ingram with the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Second personal foul. First team foul.
On defense, the Raptors. Tatum finds Holiday. 1:36 left to play in the first quarter. Porzingis passes to White. Just 4 to shoot. Screened by Porzingis. 3-pointer. Boucher with the rebound. Raptors leading by 5. Ingram a screen on White. Down low. Here's Boucher. Porzingis with the block.
Kristaps Porzingis has proven over the course of his young career that he is willing to be a force as a shot blocker.
Toronto's gone 2 or 3 from deep so far in this game. And it's Ingram missing. Boston's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Here's Holiday, the dunk and the foul, a powerhouse move, and he's got a chance for one more at the line. Scotty Barnes picks one out. And we all hear talk about Drew Holiday's defense, but you know, Doris, he is much more than that. You've said it countless times.
Kevin, this is a guy who's a tremendous rebounder for a guard, a very willing playmaker. He can carry a scoring burden if you need him to, but he's also willing to take a very limited number of shots. It's all about the team with him.
And that one's good, Ingram.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
32 seconds left to play in the first quarter. White finds Tatum. Driving in, and the dunk by Tatum.
This guy is such a gifted offensive player. Jason Tatum, tough to handle off the dribble drive.
Here's Dick, out to Barrett. Ingram outside. Right side Barrett. Porzingis with the steal. 1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. The Raptors out in front. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far on the scoreboard. And from what we've seen so far from the Raptors, guys, your thoughts?
Well, when you control the glass, you control the second chance opportunities on both ends.
And that's how they controlled the first quarter. I thought they were the much more physical team.
Setting the floor for the Raptors. In at the forwards box, we'll see Barrett and Barnes. Ingram is out there with Dick. And it's Boucher in at the 5, roaming the paint.
Oh, my goodness. How about that move by Jaylen Brown? That is spectacular.
Dick passes to Barrett. Offline with his 3.
What a nice individual defensive effort right there. Did a great job contesting.
Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
Gentlemen, that is about excellent concentration from Derek White. You play through the foul. Now you get the old-fashioned 3-point opportunity.
And when you talk about Derek White, Doris, how impressive has his rise been?
Kevin, it's been both impressive and sometimes feels improbable. He was not highly recruited. There were no expectations on him when he arrived in the NBA. This guy has turned himself into one of the premier defenders from the guard spot. An excellent shot blocker and so rock steady as a ball handler on the offensive end.
With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Kevin, well, like a lockdown corner in football, teams just try to keep the ball away from Jrue Holiday. He says, I feel like they're not afraid of me, but like, okay, get him off the ball. To me, that's respect. I don't need other people telling me how good I am. You can see it by their actions. Kevin?
So true. He can be intimidating, David, and we thank you for that report.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Here's Dick. White covering. And here's Ingram from the arc. Good on the triple. Ingram's got 6 points in the quarter.
And so many teams now look to establish the perimeter to set up everything else.
No doubt it's a growing trend, Greg, and he is highly accurate tonight.
Hits the 3-point bomb. And the Celtics lead by 2.
Matching threes for these teams. Porzingis so good from deep.
Dick uses the glass to finish the layup. Dick's got his first 2 points.
This guy is a pick-your-poison kind of player. Very hard defensively to cover all your bases with him.
Holiday gets the bucket.
A really smart player. Holiday can find the spaces inside and exploit them for points.
Here's Dick, guarded by Holiday. Puts it up. Good D by Holiday.
Right thing there to stay that tight on him and really try to keep him out of his comfort zone.
And the way the Celtics can attack teams with their 5-out sets, it's impossible to fully defend it.
Kevin, there is so much space on the floor because they have shooters at every single position and guys who balance that shooting with an ability to get off the dribble drive. This is as good an offense as we've seen.
Brown kicks to White. Brown against Ingram. Now here is Holiday. He's guarded closely. Shot clock at 6. Back to Tatum for 3. Boucher with the rebound. Boucher's got 5 rebounds tonight. And here's Barnes for 3. It's hauled in by Porzingis. Boston trailing. Here's Tatum. The kick out to Brown. And another miss by Boston. Toronto's gone 6 of 11 when they've taken the three-point shot tonight. Very respectable. Nobody near Barnes. Barnes with another miss. Boston's gone 2 for 5 from three-point land since the end of the first. Porzingis finds Tatum. Tatum using his size inside.
Well, size and skill. Tatum on the interior. Yes, sir.
Toronto's gone for the three-pointer 7 times here in the second and been successful 3 times. Back to Dick. Pass to Barrett. And it's Dick at the elbow. Barrett wide open. He fires. And the shot is good, dropping in off the front of the rim.
Just focusing on the task at hand. That's all you can do.
Boy, the tide is running one way and then shifts back in the other direction. I've lost count of how many lead changes we've had here tonight.
Holiday goes in. Up and in on the layup. Holiday's got 7 points.
And how about the burst there of speed from Holiday on the drive, zipping in before the D can rotate.
Ingram wide open. Here's Dick. Out to Ingram for 3. Barrett. He can't get that one to fall. And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. The Celtics lead by 1. And we'll be back right after halftime for the start of the 3rd quarter. We'll see you in a bit.
Fans, please direct your attention to center court. And get ready for the fan half-court shot drum roll. They're thinking about the shot.
And as we get into this 3rd quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. Brandon Ingram has been sensational.
And if he can keep shooting from deep like he did in the first half, he's going to be more than a handful.
What I love is they've continued to feed this guy. Ride the hot hand until the defense does something about it.
They've got Torrey Craig. And it's Cornette in at the center position. And that's the group for Joe Mazzulla as we begin the second half. Can't hit from in close. Toronto trailing. Nice break. Here come the Raptors. And he comes up with the deuce.
Assisted by
Lobo's got the first points of the 3rd quarter up on the board for the Raptors. Boston shooting 48% from the field. Not bad at all. Hauser the pass to Pritchard. And a big part of perimeter defense, Greg, avoiding screens. Some of the tricks of the trade in that regard.
Well, sometimes you have to get skinny. I mean, other times it's using your strength. A lot goes into it. Also, getting the cadence for the screener. It's one of the more challenging aspects of NBA defense.
Pritchard passes to Cornette. Here's Craig. It's good.
Hey guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
Pass to Mobo. Just over a minute and a half have passed here in the 3rd quarter. Lets it go from 11. Craig pulls it in. The Celtics have gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. Here's Hauser, and it's blocked. And here comes the break. Here's Pirtle. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely. Pirtle's got his first points of the game. Celtics trail by 4. Here's Pritchard. Still scoreless. And Pirtle sends it back.
Active defense from Jakob Pirtle. That's the key. When he stays active and alert, blocks are going to be there for him.
Here's Pritchard. Pass to Hauser. 6 to shoot. Here's Craig. Nice fake there to create the shot, but it's no good. Doris, what this team likes about Jakob Pirtle, the combination of 7-foot size and great skill.
You know what, Kevin? To me, this young man has a nuanced understanding of the game. He sees the floor, so that means at his size, he can make on-time and on-target passes. He's a very capable rebounder and defender. There's just a lot to like about his game.
And he makes the first.
At the line for 2 shots.
And he makes both free throws.
An efficient night from the line. This is a guy who puts in the work, and it pays dividends.
Pass to Abaji. Good ball movement here by the Raptors. And Boston with the rebound. 3 minutes gone now in the third quarter. Now, here's Craig.
2 minutes remaining.
Here's Hauser.
2 minutes.
Back to Craig. Here's Pritchard. Still yet to score. Craig can't get it to go.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
The very definition of quality transition offense. If it can end at the cup, it's exactly where you want it.
1:25 left in the third. To the middle. Here's Cornette. Takes it off the glass.
And that tells the tale for here today, guys. Throughout this game, they've been able to get the ball in tight and finish.
Quickly finds Pirtle. The teardrop falls in. Pirtle's got 4 this quarter.
Well, Pirtle and that big frame of his driving to the bucket. You love to see a big man move like that.
Here's Pritchard, quickly covering, and there's the foul. It's on Peyton Pritchard. That's his first foul.
Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
So Boston ends up going with a new group. Here's Quickly. Misses from short range. They play the clock right, then go 2 for 1.
Just got to time it up right.
Here's White, and White slams it in.
Don't sleep on the athleticism of Derek White. How fast did he get off his feet to punch that one home?
Pass to Abaji. To the inside. Mobo softly drops in the floater.
Assist from
Mobo's got 6 points.
Boy, that's beautiful touch on the floater. And let's remember, not everyone has that shot in their arsenal.
Porzingis passes to Tatum. 4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And Tatum hammers it home.
I love the Jason Tatum not settling for a jumper. He goes to the rim with authority.
And here is Quickly. Hasn't made one yet. Abaji can't get it to go. Outside White. He got it up. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. The third quarter comes to a close. The Raptors out. While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feat.
Nothing better than chemistry, right? Working together to create a bucket.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the fourth quarter, what is still anybody's ball game. So the Raptors 5 right now. In at the forward spots, we'll see Barrett and Barnes. Grady Dick is out there with Brandon Ingram. And it's Boucher in at the 5 down low.
And this is Ingram's attitude. He's ready to fire away as soon. As the ball hits his hands.
Holiday dishes to Brown. Porzingis kicks to Brown. Porzingis sets the pick for Brown. Out to Porzingis. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Just fundamental basketball from Kristaps Porzingis. Establish yourself inside and finish with the jam.
Ingram a screen on Holiday. Dick finds Ingram. Boucher sets a screen for Ingram. No good on the shot.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
Tatum with it. Headed now by Barnes. Deflects the pass. Dick with the steal. And the dunk by Dick.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Let's see if that serves as a momentum builder. What a great sequence for this group.
And there's a whistle. That goes on Scotty Barnes. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Yeah, clearly he had an established position there.
About a minute and a half into the fourth quarter now. White the pass to Tatum. 6 on the shot clock. Tatum with a screen on Ingram. Over in the corner, White. A three-pointer off the mark. Raptors leading by 7. Outside, Barrett. Hits it from three-point range.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
Well, that's the whole point, isn't it? If you space the floor well enough, it's almost impossible for the defense to account for everyone.
Tatum kicks to White. Banked in off the glass.
Oh, that is impressive stuff from Derek White. Defender in his grill, no problem.
Dick passes to Ingram, launches it. Rebound by Drew Holiday.
Boy, a wide open shot from his favorite spot. That is one he'd like to have back.
Here's Tatum. No good with the layup.
Boy, in that close, he's almost automatic. But boy, that's pretty good defense. Wow.
Barnes finds Dick. Basket is good. The assist from Barnes. Dick's got the lead up to 11 now for the Raptors. And here's Tatum. He'll bring it up for the Boston Celtics. On the wing, Holiday. Tatum with a screen on Barrett. The kick out to Tatum. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. 3 on 3. Pass to Barnes. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It's on Porzingis.
Boy, you love Barnes being assertive on offense. He forces the defense to foul him there.
When you think about Scotty Barnes, Doris, it's amazing how good he already is.
Kev, it's remarkable that he can affect almost every aspect of the game at a high level. Meaning, he can guard the opponent's best player, but he can also fill up the box score on the offensive end. Points, assists, rebounds, he can do it all.
Ingram setting a pick for Dick. Let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Raptors.
And guys, how about the unselfishness and all about working that ball around, shifting the defense, and just seeking out the best shot.
And another theme in this game, to me, guys, has been how lethal they've been in transition. Attack on the break and make sure you convert.
Barnes against Tatum. And it's in there.
Now, this is one of the best scorers in the game today. Jason Tatum, we're getting used to performances like this.
Raptors leading by 9. It's Ingram on the wing. Lets it go from deep. That's it. He's 7 for 12 now in the game.
No question as to which team gave the better effort tonight. A dominant performance and an outstanding win for the Raptors.
Not only did they shoot the ball better, but they had more assists.
Yeah, I thought the passing in terms of finding the open man gave them the higher percentage shots. The ball movement was key for the win.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and look at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Brandon Ingram.
They simply can't stop him right now. This guy playing with passion and focus.
Tatum with another miss. There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. Dick finds Ingram. Pass to Boucher. 5 to shoot. And Ingram puts up a deep three. Great look, but off the mark. And so Toronto takes this one, but by a big margin. And in the win, a comfortable win in what was eventually a pretty hostile environment.
It really was. You know, it's never...
lineup. Cunningham and Ivy work together as the backcourt. Isaiah Stewart out there with Duren. And it's Thompson in at the small forward position. And for the Celtics, the perimeter pairing. It's White and Brown. Tatum is the 4 with Porzingis at center. And it's Holiday in at the 1. Three-pointer Stewart. Well, Grant, when you take a look at this matchup, both these teams feature an impressive backcourt.
No question, B.A. And I get the sense that bragging rights are on the line here. Everything you can do, I can do better. Expect some exciting back-and-forth action in this one.
Porzingis finds Tatum. And that'll be Boston's ball as it goes out of bounds. Celtics able to keep possession here. Outside Holiday. 6 on the shot clock. Played it in with a nice touch off the window.
In the paint, Holiday's agility makes him tough to contain. He just needs a little space to go to work.
Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Well, I had a chance to talk with head coach Joe Mazzulla. I asked him what's the key to slowing down Cade Cunningham. Coach said, quote, not letting him get clean looks inside the arc. Cade is a terrific mid-range shooter and a solid finisher inside, so we just have to get a hand in his face on every shot. Limiting his production could be the difference in this game.
And Allie, thank you for that.
This is what great scorers do. Tatum rises to the three-point challenge.
All right, Grant, I have to ask you, has there ever been a more intimidating team than the old bad boy Pistons?
Well, they weren't fancy, but they played hard and they played physical basketball. Every team that faced those Detroit teams knew they were in for a battle.
Now here's Tatum. Driving inside and finished off by Tatum.
The quicks of Tatum on display. Jason has a devastating first step, man. He can just blow by you so easy.
Cunningham drives in after missing his first attempt. Now 1 for 2.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
Now here's Brown. Holiday passes to Tatum. And the call will be against Cade Cunningham. That's his first foul.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Thompson against Tatum. Clock at 6.
Such a super athlete. Ivy is tough to score on.
And it's Tatum missing. Cunningham looking it over. Up top, Stewart. And stolen by Holiday. Pass to Brown. Holiday with the ball. Tatum inside. He's against Stewart. Porzingis misses. Detroit has gone 1 for 3 from beyond the arc. Thompson passes to Stewart. And he lays it up and in. Stewart's got 5.
And that's how you lead a team. Literally.
And it's 6'10". Jalen Duren is an incredible athlete for his size.
Yeah, he's got a lot of bounce, which helps him as a rim protector, rebounder, and lob threat. Plus, he's got quick feet, and he's able to guard smaller guys on the perimeter.
Now here's Holiday. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And stolen by Cunningham. In transition, here they come. Here's Thompson. Oh, look out! Ruthless!
Whoa! How is the hoop still standing?
Ooh. And just a great read from Cunningham. Pouncing on opportunities to collect steals.
Porzingis against Duren. Porzingis passes to Holiday. Porzingis with a screen on Cunningham. The drive by Holiday. 2 shots, 2 makes. Off to a good start.
Boy, I'll tell you, when Holiday shifts gears, he quickly leaves people behind.
Cunningham outside. Knocks it down from distance. 5 points in the game.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
Outside Holiday. There's the drive. The kick out to White. Pass to Brown. Back to White. Just 5 on the clock. Now Tatum. He hits it just before the shot clock expires.
What hard work from Tatum inside. Doing what it takes to find his shot.
Here's Cunningham. And they pick up 2.
And they may have talked about shot selection coming into this.
Just 1 second separating the shot clock and the game clock. Pass to Tatum. There's 14 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Going inside. Another shot. Deflected. And he recovers it. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. And stolen by Brown. Well, a good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Pistons. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out ahead in the second quarter. And guys, what's your take on the Pistons so far?
Well, their offense is clicking so far, capturing the momentum here early on.
Credit the game plan coming in. They've identified some weaknesses, and they are exploiting them.
The 2 Jays, Brown at the 3 and Tatum at the 4. Holiday at the 1 with White at the 2. And it's Porzingis in at the 5, down low. That's who's in the game for the Celtics. Now here's Tatum. The shot by Holiday, no good.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
There's Cunningham with a 3. Boston pulls it in.
Shocking that he just bricked that one. The defense got real lucky there.
Here's White. Pass to Holiday. From deep three-point land. Duran with a rebound. Detroit leading by 3. One thing you can say about Boston, Grant, they know how to put a team together.
Yeah, the Celtics' consistency of winning is just impressive, both now and throughout their entire history. They are really the gold standard in this league, and it's mostly because of great draft picks and great trades.
Now here's Brown. Still no points. Porzingis passes to Brown. No good. That would have tied it. Ivy outside. Cunningham against Brown. Pass to Duran. And here is Thompson. Cunningham with the ball. Oh, there's the alley. And the slam dunk by Thompson.
And nice work there in the pick and roll. Cunningham demonstrating improvement in knowing how to break defenses down.
Holiday passes to Porzingis. And here's Tatum. Porzingis with a screen on Duran. Thompson against Tatum. Thompson with the block.
What you love about Thompson is his versatility at both ends of the floor. He's even able to block shots like that.
A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Thank you, Brian. Well, the Pistons have struggled despite the improvement of their young cornerstone, Cade Cunningham. He said, quote, "This league rewards winning. People are going to say everything I'm doing is empty and meaningless until I win games. That's what I plan on doing, and once I do that, all the other stuff will come with it." Guys?
That's a great perspective to keep right there, Allie. Thank you. Now here's Tatum. Three-pointer, Holiday. Fires in the triple. Holiday's got 7 points in the game.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
Out of bounds, it'll be Celtics ball. Here's Tatum. He has 7, and make no mistake, Cade Cunningham is the engine of this team, Grant.
Man, his vision and playmaking.
Ooh, some swagger from Tatum.
Mercy, Jason Tatum is a bad player.
Stewart, screen on Holiday. Here's Cunningham. Ivy against White. Thompson outside. Back to Duran. Throws it down, and the official calls a foul. It may be a three-point play. Jaylen Brown picks one up. And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for the Pistons.
They've really been dialed in from deep. This is a team that has a ton of confidence in their outside shooting ability.
Another area they've excelled in is the points in the paint. They've been able to gouge the interior defense so far in this one.
Tatum passes to Holiday. The kick out to White. Tatum from long range. Duren with the rebound. The Pistons lead by 6. Thompson passes to Stewart. The basket's good. Off the assist from Thompson. Thompson's got 3 assists in the game. Boston has gone just 1 of 5 so far this quarter from 3. Holiday finds White to the inside. And Holiday powers it home.
I mean, what an athletic play for Holiday. Showing up the defense with a jam.
Picked by Stewart. Cunningham outside. Stewart, the pass to Cunningham. Stewart, a screen on Holiday. The 3-ball. Boston pulls it in, and he ends that fast break chance. An intentional foul. That's a textbook example of the transition take foul rule. And he'll be shooting his first free throw. You know, Grant, in interviews, Jason Tatum often seems understated and soft-spoken. But that's just him, isn't it?
That's true, B.A. Tatum has a quiet confidence about him. He doesn't feel the need to be loud or act out. He lets his work on the court do all the talking for him. And once he gets to the rim, it's fairly automatic.
Nothing fancy right there. Just takes his 2 points, moves on. Cunningham, down low, Cunningham.
And getting up close and personal, Cunningham knows he can get his shot to go inside.
Tatum feeling it out a bit. Tatum with a screen. Holiday against Cunningham. Back to Tatum. There's the triple. Tatum drills the 3.
No, he's just ridiculous. He's just an absolute surgeon when he has the ball. This man is surgical. There is no way to slow him down when he wants to score.
And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. Detroit on top. They're up by 3. Stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started. And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. And you know, Jason Tatum, he's been really making it happen, guys.
And in the first half, he dominated in the post. He got the looks he wanted and was able to execute.
The question now is, will the defense keep letting him punish them inside? Or did Coach have some new ideas for them?
Setting the floor for Detroit. Cunningham and Ivy work together as the backcourt. Thompson out there with Isaiah Stewart. And it's Duren in at center. And now we've got an intentional foul.
You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
And the Pistons going with a whole new group out there. Hauser, that's good. Richard, if the three-point shot was never introduced, how different do you think the game would be?
The offensive strategy would be very different. The game would be more physical, and it was more physical. And the main priority would be creating high percentage looks.
The Celtics with the lead. Oh, what a performance offensively.
They're really rolling at that end. Excellent game plan.
Craig passes to Pritchard. And there's the call on Dennis Schroeder. That's his first foul of the game.
First personal foul. Second team foul.
Second half getting started. About a minute played. Now Craig, pass to Cornette. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair.
The defense there doing whatever they can to protect the rim.
These are his first free throws of the game. First one falls for him. And when you talk about the Boston Celtics last year, they were historically good, Richard.
Yeah, they had the 4th best net rating ever in the history of the game. That's Magic Johnson, Larry Bird, the MJ Bulls, shattered the NBA record for offensive rating at 123.1. They were unreal.
Boston leading by 4. That's to Shireman. Now Craig. And down it goes. Jam that one home.
Woo!
Defensively, you can't afford to let him get to the rim that easily.
Well, that might be why their deficit is what it is right now.
Yeah, it's going to take better rim protection than that if they're going to climb out of this hole.
Connects from downtown.
And far from the best shot, but all that matters is the end result. Somehow he sinks it.
And now around 2 minutes going by in this half. And Pritchard, here we go. Shot clock at 6. Craig passes to Hauser. Late clock, the Celtics got to hurry here. Tipped. Oh, there's the shot clock violation. So they'll turn it over.
And that is an absolute heartbreaker of a turnover. In a close game like this, that might be enough to impact how it ends.
Outside Schroeder. Beasley outside. Harris a screen. Beasley with it, picked up by Craig. And here's Harris outside, and Craig pulls it down. Boston leading by 3. Pritchard, the pass to Cornette. Back to Pritchard. Pass to Cornette. Fires from deep. Nails it from 3. Cornette's got 5 points in the quarter.
When he has that much space, he's a pretty good bet to nail the 3.
Now here's Beasley. Not a lot of room. And he drives in. Uneasy, too, on the layup.
It's fun for us to sit back and watch him go to work. But that's our job, not the defense's. They left him too open on that play.
Pritchard, the pass to Cornette. Craig on the wing. And there's 1:38 left in the third quarter. Back to Cornette. Pass to Pritchard. Goes back up. And off the glass. That one's good. Cornette's got 7 points.
The defense couldn't collapse quickly enough.
Beasley outside. Over to the left wing. Here's Reed. He drops it from range. Here's Pritchard. No points yet. Craig on the wing. 52 seconds left in the third. To the middle. Stolen by Schroeder. For the tie. And Detroit another 3.
Schroeder, 3 points.
40 seconds left in the third quarter. Here's Pritchard. Out to Craig. And he dunks it down.
And plays like that one can make the difference in a close game.
And it definitely got the bench on their feet, too.
And you can feel the jolt of energy that he sent through his team. That is a huge boost in a tight game like this.
Count that one, Reed. Here in the second half, these teams still neck and neck.
I really like how each team is matching the other's intensity.
Here's Pritchard. Off with the layup. It's still anybody's game as we reach the end of 3. The Pistons on top, up 1. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
You know, I'm kind of stoked that this was a choice because I love this pass. A remarkable find. He put his court vision on full display.
That wasn't a better pass in the game, almost like he had a 6 sense.
3 tense quarters behind us. 1 more to go. Thanks for being with us as we get ready for the 4th. Got a line change here for Boston. The core of this team, Brown and Tatum in the front court. Holiday at the 1 with White at the 2. And it's Porzingis in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's who's in the game for the Celtics. Back to Stewart, 6 to shoot. Pass to Ivy, over Holiday. Second shot opportunity, and Stewart with a lay-in. That one's good.
Another shot right in the lane. That's been their MO this evening.
Here's Brown. Oh, look out! JB throwing it down.
love it. The floor general taking things into his own hands.
Just the aggression they're looking for, man.
No doubt. That's the kind of play that can energize the whole team, and they will take it in a close game like this.
Holiday looking for an opening. Tatum finds White. Back to Tatum. Stolen by Ivy. Thompson outside. Pass to Ivy. Duren with a screen on White. Stewart with it. Back to Ivy. Shot clock at 6. Stewart outside. Stewart, a screen on Tatum. Cunningham passes to Stewart. And he makes it. And now a 5-point Pistons lead.
And for a younger guy, Cunningham's vision is impressive. He's always watching the floor.
Well, Richard, with the career he's had, it's hard to believe Drew Holiday has only made 2 All-Star teams.
Well, that speaks to how much talent is at the guard position in this league. But it also shows how we tend to award offense over defense, because Drew, his impact is truly felt on the defensive end.
Just a tough miss at the line. They're down 2 baskets now.
Holiday against Cunningham. Stewart outside from behind the arc. The rebound, Celtics. Outside, Brown. Pass to Tatum. Tatum showing off the strength.
Brushing off the contact look. The dude is strong. He gets in there. It's easy. That's an easy bucket.
Duren, the screen. And here's Cunningham outside. Porzingis grabs the board.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Tatum passes to Holiday. Tatum against Cunningham. Outside Tatum. Outside Porzingis. To the right side. Shoots over Duren. And the shot no good. A bit short.
I think the defense will live with him taking mid-range jumpers, but maybe just a little bit more resistance.
Pass to Cunningham. All sorts of time. That's his 6 make and 11 tries.
He wants the ball, has a flair for the dramatic, unfazed in big situations.
Holiday drives in, and Holiday powers it home.
Now, if you give Holiday a crease, that'll happen. I mean, he just blew the doors off the defense.
And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Cunningham.
Oh no, that was a huge turnover. That cannot happen at this point in the game.
And there's a minute 45 left in the 4th quarter. Oh, Tatum takes the contact.
And this is exactly who Tatum is. Someone who doesn't back down from taking the big shots.
And here's Ivy from the arc. Rebound Boston. Porzingis has got his 4th rebound in this one. Now here's White. Pass to Brown. Got a piece of it. 5 to shoot. Here's Holiday. Blocked.
You see the athleticism of Cunningham, using it there to come up with the swat.
Duren with a screen on Holiday. Here's Cunningham. Out to Thompson. And there's a 3-second violation. 55 seconds left in the final quarter. Tatum with it. Outside White. To take the lead. The rebound by Stewart. Ivy with the ball. Now guarded by White. Ivy outside. Back to Duren. It's stolen by Tatum. And here's Brown. Pass to Tatum. it leads to a thunderous finish. That was nice.
Yeah, he liked the pick to set up the open shot. But when it leads to that, okay, even better. We'll take it.
Here's Duren. Oh, and he can't make the shot to force overtime. All right, Allie, good stuff there. Thanks for that. And that's going to do it.
the end. And a look at the starters for the Pistons. The backcourt there will be Cunningham and Ivey. Duran out there with Isaiah Stewart. And it's Thompson in at the small forward spot. And for Toronto, in at the forward spots, we'll see Barrett and Barnes. Grady Dick is out there with Brandon Ingram. And it's Boucher in at the center, locking down the middle. Greg, we know that both these teams have had a difficult stretch recently and are hoping to turn things around in this one.
Yeah, it's a new opportunity. And Kevin, I expect each side to be hungry and motivated to get this win. And if not, the struggles will continue.
Barrett does a good job there just creating the shot for himself. He is a scorer.
And here's Cunningham driving the lane. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Always fun to look at. Not tremendously efficient, but the floater, boy, those sure are pretty.
Dick up top. Ivey defending. Dick finds Barrett. Off target with his three.
Well, even though he misses that one, the defense has got to talk about that. That's a bad miscue, and you can't give up looks like that all game long.
Now, here's Cunningham. Pass to Ivey. Off target from three-point range. Ball's knocked loose. It's stolen by Barrett. Now Barrett pushing it up, and no one back to stop him.
Barrett navigating the floor right there and understanding on that possession that he needed to finish.
And the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Thanks, Kevin. Spoke earlier with Darko Rajakovic. Talked about how dialed in he is on Cade Cunningham in this matchup. Coach told me the key is not to let him get into a rhythm early on. That might mean we have to throw different defenders at him. Maybe send them double teams, too. Everything is on the table tonight. Let's see what they come up with for Cade. Guys?
All right, thank you, David. Boucher, the 8-footer, and the Raptors tack on two more.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need one.
Brent, something the Detroit Pistons unit does so well is push the pace in their games.
Yeah, you love to lean into young players and that vibrant athleticism, but you also have to understand that playing fast comes with quick decision making, and sometimes those don't always go hand in hand. The experience that these guys will have in their growth together and how soon it is that they realize they can help each other, that's going to push them places faster and further than they even realize.
And it's Ingram missing. The Pistons have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. The kick out to Cunningham. Stewart with the screen on Barrett. Pass to Stewart. From deep. That shot, no good. Toronto's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Ingram wide open. Barnes. And it's Barnes on the follow.
Oh, a nice tip in to salvage the points from that missed shot.
Yeah, and those second chance points can add up. Now, here's Ivey. Dick defending. Detroit, no good that time either. Raptors leading by 4. Onside, Barrett. He lobs it up, trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. Here's Thompson. They get it back. Ivey kicks to Stewart. Here's Duran. And 3 chances on that possession, but they just couldn't find a way to score. Pass to Boucher. Now Barnes. Dick passes to Barrett. Shot clock at 6. 51 seconds left here in the first quarter. Great defense that time from Duran. Here's Thompson. Count it. The defender is called for the block, and this could turn into a 3-point play.
An explosive player. Thompson has serious leaping ability, and that comes in handy around the basket.
Detroit making a switch here. Reed's checked in. Brent, we talk about guys on the brink of stardom. Cade Cunningham is right there.
The two areas you'd love to see Cade improve on is just taking better shots and making plays for others. He has that instinctually, Kevin, as a point guard at his size. But as his team grows, the appreciation for what Cade Cunningham can do on the floor, that will grow too.
And here's Barrett, following the three-pointer by Cade Cunningham. For three, Ingram. Thompson with the rebound. To the left wing. Here's Stewart. Count it! He got it!
That's how you do. Stay patient, wait for the opportunity, and boom.
A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. It's Detroit up by 3. We'll be back shortly, live from Toronto. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And guys, looking at what you've seen so far from the Pistons, what do you think?
I mean, the rebounding was the difference in that first period. You've got to block these guys out.
Yeah, rebounding can also be just about will, and they showed some of that in going in there and collecting some boards.
In at the forward spots, we'll see Barrett and Barnes. Brandon Ingram's out there with Grady Dick. And it's Boucher in at the 5 down low. That's the 5 out there for the Raptors. That's tipped. Thompson outside. From past the arc. Toronto grabs the miss.
Really excellent defense there. They know he's capable of knocking it down from the outside, and they could not have played him better.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. Cunningham kicks to Stewart. Cunningham outside. Back to Stewart. Ingram comes with the double team. Here's Ivy. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
Here's Dick. Ivy defending. Barnes outside. Oh, good with the triple. Detroit's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Ivy passes to Stewart. And the timeout called by Darko Rajakovic. And coach has decided they need a moment to talk things over. We're now about 2 minutes into the second quarter. Now Barrett. Ingram outside. Drops in the tray. And the Raptors lead by 3.
Ingram has the skill to do that. A nice job setting up and receiving the pass.
Here's Cunningham. And then Cunningham with the dunk.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, thanks. Obviously, the Pistons in the midst of a long rebuild. 2 seasons in a row at the bottom of the league standings. Last season, they had the worst record in this once proud franchise's history. That counts the record-setting 28-game losing streak that they had. It's pretty clear that this could be a long road back to redemption. Kevin?
Yeah, could is the operative word. This could be indeed. David, thank you. And Stewart gets it to go. For years, it seemed like the league was going to go smaller. But lately, Greg, it seems like size is back in fashion.
Yeah, I mean, look at the MVP award, right? Centers and Jokic and Embiid winning it recently. Even Giannis, I wouldn't consider him small. And just overall around the NBA, it feels like bigger teams are having more success.
Pass to Ivy. Just 5 on the clock. Back to Stewart. The 15-footer. Thompson misses. And so it's Ingram who brings up the ball for the Raptors. Trailing by 2. Buries the long-range jumper.
And Ingram and his court awareness continue to grow. A terrific dime there.
Reed a screen on Barnes. Cunningham for three. And another three for Detroit.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, both of them looking towards the three-point line. And I like to see that, especially when the results are made buckets.
High arcing shot. And it's Ingram missing. 2-for-1 chance here.
Let's see if they use the clock to their advantage.
Here's Ivy. Pass to Reed. Shakes him. It's hauled in by the Raptors. Boucher's got his 5th rebound in this one. To the paint. Here's Barnes. Oh, took the contact and tried to throw it down over the top. But instead, he'll shoot free throws.
He gets right to the rim, but the defense there to deter it.
The Raptors shooting their first free throws of this one.
And their free throw percentage as a unit last year, 76%, right around the middle of the road.
Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Fires from deep. Reed misses. Toronto's gone 3 of 5 beyond the arc since the start of the second quarter. Barrett. And he banks in the layup. Barrett's got 6 points.
RJ does such a nice job of just changing speeds out there. And when he does that and picks the right angle, he'll score.
Here's Reed. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. And so it's Scotty Barnes making things happen for the Raptors. He finishes with 9 points in the quarter. The D is having all sorts of problems with him. We've got more in store for you right after this.
And get ready for the fans. Half-court shot from one. They're thinking about the shot.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. You look at Cade Cunningham in this game, he's been everywhere.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
Yeah, this is showing that they're not going to play at anybody else's pace but their own.
Tipping off the second half, here's J.B. Bickerstaff's 5. Inside for him, it's Harris and Duran. Dennis Schroeder is out there with Malik Beasley. And it's Hardaway in at the 3 slot. Here's Beasley. Unable to get that one. Raptors leading by 3. For Jakob Poeltl, his parents paved the way for him to become a professional athlete. And I'd say Brent did a good job.
Well, it's a good point, Kevin. They were doing some blocking of their own, just not basketballs like Jakob does. Both of his parents, members of the Austrian national volleyball teams, and building some roofs on some people trying to put down a few slams.
Quickly against Beasley. And a little luck that time, but it drops. Little over a minute gone here in the second half. Quickly looking it over. It's stolen by Duran. Beasley with it. Duran sets the screen for Beasley. Inside. Duran, the pass to Schroeder. Shot clock at 5. Outside Hardaway. Launches it. He can't get it to go. Raptors with the lead. Here's Abaji. Off with the layup. Schroeder outside. With the teardrop. Shot's good by Duran.
And that's why Schroeder has a spot in the rotation. Coach recognizes his passing ability. He sets up his teammates well.
Quickly with it. Now guarded by Schroeder. Abaji can't get it to go. Stolen by Quickly. Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. Some nice ball movement here by the Raptors. It's to Abaji. It's on target from the high post. And the Raptors lead by 3.
Like how selfless Quickly was on that play, just creating team offense.
Beasley inside. Harris a screen on quickly. The offensive rebound. Harris with it. Beasley outside for the tie. That's good from Harris on the assist by Beasley. Harris has got it all tied up now for the Pistons.
A solid three-point marksman. Harris has that inside-outside offensive game.
Quickly finds Pirtle. Quickly against Schroeder. That's tipped. A little under 2.5 minutes off the clock now here in the third. For the lead to the inside, and they take the lead. Duran's got his second basket of the game.
And trust me, Dennis Schroeder would love to score the basketball, but his ability to set up his teammates is also effective.
And the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Kevin, thank you. Tobias Harris, over the course of his career, has played a lot at both forward positions. He says, I'm comfortable playing both. I'm not big on the position thing. I'm versatile. Kevin, just a basketball player, and he's very, very good.
I would agree, David. I know you like him. We like him as well. A very skilled one at that. Thank you very much. Here's Walter. Pass to Pirtle. And Dennis Schroeder gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul.
That's his first personal foul. First team foul.
44 seconds left in the third quarter. Quickly kicks to Pirtle. Back to Quickly. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Rebound by the Pistons.
Now that's just enough defensive pressure on him to throw off that shot. I bet he gets a good look at it next time and hits it.
Outside Hardaway. Pass to Schroeder. And the call is going to... Yes, it is. An illegal screen.
And those are the kinds of mistakes that are magnified when we're talking about a game down the stretch.
Now, here's Quickly. No scoring in this one, and he gets the bucket.
Important points there. Got him on a nice play, getting the ball inside and right to the bucket.
And we just finished the third quarter, and we've got a tight ball game here. Raptors lead by 3. And after a quick... And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, a great job with the eyes. And what separates great playmakers, as we note, is peripheral vision.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. In at the forward spots, we'll see Barrett and Barnes. Brandon Ingram's out there with Dick. And it's Boucher in at the pivot and in the middle. So that's the 5 in the game for Toronto. Ingram dishes to Barrett. Yep, that one goes. Barrett's got the lead up to 5 now for Toronto.
Using some muscle there on the finish. I like seeing Barrett be active inside.
Stewart, a screen for Cunningham. And there's the drive. And then Cunningham with the dunk.
Cutting into that deficit now, well within striking distance.
Just much sharper out there. You can see guys getting in tune. It's not about playing harder. Sometimes it's just about playing smarter.
And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for Toronto.
They're looking to attack in transition every time down the floor, just wearing the defense thin at this point.
Something else I've seen from them in this game is just how quick they are to capitalize on a turnover. I mean, they're pouncing on that stuff. And you got to be careful when you're handling the ball around them.
We've played just over 1 minute here in the fourth quarter. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. It goes on Brandon Ingram.
The drive to be great is something that Cade Cunningham quietly possesses. He has all the tools to be a very special player.
And that's good as he hits both of his shots.
Well, a great player on a great role at the charity stripe. The D has got to be careful about being too aggressive on him and sending him back for freebies.
Count the basket. Dick's got 4 points in the quarter.
Not just a jump shooter. Dick can operate inside that restricted area.
Stewart with the screen on Barnes. Cunningham kicks to Stewart. Cunningham against Barnes. 5 on the clock. Stewart, a screen for Cunningham. Lets a floater go. Count that as his 7th field goal in 9 tries. He's shooting 78%.
And I think when Cade keeps it simple like that, good things happen.
And we're around 2 minutes into the fourth quarter here. Ingram. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good.
And whatever intensity was lacking there in the first half, you're seeing it on display here now.
You asked for those hustle plays earlier in the game. We're seeing them now.
It's Reed high post. Boucher with the steal. It's Ingram on the wing. Covered by Cunningham. Pulls from the top of the key. Rebound by the Pistons. Thompson's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Pass to Stewart. Looking for Cunningham, and he gets it there. And an intentional foul right there.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Second team foul.
On defense, the Raptors. 5-point lead, the biggest of the game. In the corner, Reed with it. Clock at 6. The Pistons need to get off a shot here. Here's Ivy. It's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. Raptors leading by 5.
2 minutes remaining in regulation time.
Here's Barnes. And he uses the glass on the way.
That's how you draw it up right there. A screen to shed the defense, a quick move to the bucket, and you get the lay-in.
It's rebounded by Scotty Barnes. Toronto, they've gone an outstanding 4 of 5 from the field in the fourth quarter so far.
Beautiful transition offense there. That's execution at its best.
Yeah, once you burst through a seam like that, you got to look right towards the rim. Sweet play.
Making the most of the screen. That's how it's done.
And it's in the perfect spot, Greg. Frees him up to get all the way to the bucket.
Really not enough help there. Lack of communication on the backside.
Ingram, a screen on Ivy. Here's Dick. Ivy defending. Ingram passes to Barnes. Out to Ingram. And the dunk by Barnes.
That's what he gives you, a big-time presence on the glass.
And you know what, Greg? Once he gets his hands on it, he's not even thinking about kicking it out.
Oh, his competitiveness right now is why the teammates love him.
And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Thompson.
Yeah, the body language right now is not looking good for this basketball team. The game might be out of reach, but they have to avoid mistakes like that.
Barrett against Cunningham. Ingram outside. There's the 3. Stolen by Thompson. .43 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Reed a screen. Ivy kicks to Reed. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim.
Yeah, a natural scorer. Ivy is developing into a tremendous playmaker.
Cunningham against Barrett. Going inside. Pass to Boucher. That one goes. Count it.
Yeah, you could see that RJ had seen him open earlier and then got in the right spot to deliver.
And Thompson slams it home.
The assist. Cade Cunningham.
Here's Ingram. Fires from way outside. And so it's the Raptors winning this one. It was up for grabs right until the final seconds.
Yeah, and for me, Kevin, what stood out is
2K Sports. Get ready. Looking at the starting five for Boston. Holiday at the 1 with White at the 2. The core of this team, Brown and Tatum in the front court. And it's Porzingis in at the center position. And for Toronto, Barrett is the 3, and Barnes will play the 4. Brandon Ingram out there with Grady Dick. And it's Boucher in at the 5, roaming the paint. We should see some great ball movement with these two teams, Grant. Fantastic group of passers on each side.
They're just so unselfish. They play for one another. You can see how it keeps the whole team involved. And I'll tell you what, I just love watching teams that can pass like this.
Now here's Ingram. Outside Dick. Clock at 6. Here's Barrett. And it's good as he snugs it right through the net.
Yeah, this is what Barrett does best. A talented scorer who keeps things simple on the offensive end.
Holiday against Barrett. Rebound Toronto. About a minute into this first quarter.
Did you see that? That was one of the best moves I've ever seen.
Picture perfect execution. He was focused and refused to be denied. Barrett against Holiday. Porzingis with a screen on Barrett. Holiday drives in. It's rebounded by Barrett.
You gotta finish at the rim right there. You hate seeing those opportunities go to waste.
Nails it from beyond the arc. Barrett's got 5 now.
They're really settling into a nice rhythm now, starting to gain the upper hand.
Yeah, you're seeing their offense in a flow. Now it's time for their defense to turn up the heat a little more.
That's his first personal foul. First team foul.
And the Celtics in possession here. Looking for their first basket of the game. White finds Porzingis over Boucher. Porzingis misses.
Yeah, loose coverage by the defense, but he just couldn't make them pay.
Grant, would you say the Raptors are in the process of starting over?
You know, I certainly don't think that's the wrong thing to call it, B.A. Coaching changes, some big trades. They're shuffling things around and trying to start building something new.
Ingram with a screen on Holiday. Pass to Ingram. The 3 is up. First shot won't go. For Boston, they've gone 1 of 5 to start things off. And finished off by Tatum.
And so much power out of Tatum. Look at the elevation.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
I had a chance to catch up with Darko Rajakovic. I asked him about the star power that they're up against tonight, and he said, quote, "I'm not worried about the highlight reel plays. I'm worried about the relentless nature of that team over there. And the ringleader is Drew Holiday. He plays every possession on both ends of the floor."
Thank you for that, Allie. Tatum, a screen on Ingram. Holiday passes to Tatum. That one falls. Nice feed that time from Holiday. Tatum's gotten his second bucket.
You know, this team relies on Tatum hitting those shots, and that's why he's such a high-volume three-point shooter.
Pass to Boucher. Ingram up top. He's guarded by White. Back to Boucher. Nice start for him, sinking his first shot.
And setting the tempo with an assertive move. Like, where was the defense on that play?
Well, when you are the aggressor this early, it is intimidating.
And stolen by Brown. Tatum with it, and it's Boucher picking him up. Porzingis passes to White. And unable to get the go-ahead bucket there. And he's going for the lob. It's stolen by Tatum. And we've got a whistle. He was fouling with a purpose. And in that spot, in that situation, it's got to be a transition take foul. He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here. Stan, you look at the Celtics, as high-powered as they come offensively.
No question, Brian. They can space the floor at every position, and any one of their starters is able to give you 20 on a given night.
Now here's Porzingis. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. Pass to Holiday. And stolen by Barrett. He's got a clear path. Rips down the breakaway slam.
You know, what intensity from Barrett on the play. He forces a turnover and then gets out quickly in the open floor.
Holiday passes to Tatum. Hits the three-pointer. Tatum's got 8 points.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
Outside Dick. Ingram with a screen on Holiday. And stolen by Holiday. And here we go. The Celtics on the run. Now 5 seconds separating the shot clock and the game clock.
I mean, just forcing the issue. Drew gets a pair at the line.
And this is his second trip to the line tonight. And now they lead as the free throw drops in for him. It's both from the stripe.
I'm sure they don't want to send him to the line. That has to be in their scouting report.
Outside Dick. Up and in on the layup.
Pounding it inside early and often, setting a physical tone.
Here's Porzingis. And the layup is good off the glass.
Well, with his skill and confidence with the ball, if you put him in position, he'll reward you.
He almost brought the basket down on top of himself.
Oh, there's hang time, and then there's a time to hang. It's all tied in Toronto. And the second quarter is on its way when we return. And getting it going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. You know, you take a look at the Raptors' performance here, guys. What are your thoughts?
Well, so far, they've got things rolling along nicely at the offensive end.
Yeah, they've looked sharp early on with their offense, getting good chances and converting what they've taken.
So the Celtics 5 right now. The two Jays, Brown at the 3 and Tatum at the 4. Holiday at the 1 with White at the 2. And it's Porzingis in at the 5.
Just money from the line. Tatum knows the importance of making free throws.
Well, Stan, every franchise has their guy. What kind of things do you want your franchise player to exhibit?
Well, Brian, here's what people have to understand. The culture of your team is determined by your best player. If you want a hardworking, unselfish, competitive team, that best player, that franchise guy, has to embody those things.
Holiday drives in, and that one good. Holiday's got 5 now.
What ferocity from Holiday there. Even when you try to bully him on the drive, it's like he just shrugs it off.
Here's Dick. And it's Jason Tatum with a rebound. The Celtics with the lead. Brown scanning the floor. Brown downhill. Oh, it's blocked by Barnes. Barrett finds Barnes. And yep, it's good.
Able to get a layup out of that one. That's just soft defense there.
The Celtics shooting around 50% in the game so far. After a trade to New Orleans back in 2019, Brandon Ingram has become a primary scorer, Greg.
Yeah, he's scored well over 20 points per game since leaving the Lakers. B.I. has the rare blend of length and shooting, and beyond scoring, Ingram's assist numbers are very impressive too.
And here's White. He'll bring it up for the Boston Celtics. They kick it out to Porzingis. Here comes Toronto on the push. And finished off by Boucher.
Way to rise to the occasion and snatch back the momentum.
Yeah, plenty of lead changes in this game. It's gone back and forth.
The offensive rebound. Holiday. And finally, they hit one. Holiday's got 6 points in the quarter.
Yeah, good execution in close. Holiday likes mixing things up and finishing from this area.
Pass to Boucher. Ingram against White. Now here's Ingram, guarded closely. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Barnes, outside for Ingram. From deep. Good work defensively by White. The Celtics have got 3 of 6 shots to go here in the second quarter. Oh, Jaylen Brown, a strong finish.
Well, that's excellent initiative by Brown. Seeing a lane open up and attacking.
Ingram deciding where to go with it. Pass to Barrett. Rebounded by the Celtics. Porzingis has got 4 rebounds in the game. they get a hand on it. And stolen by Boucher. And a fast break now for the Raptors. All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Brian, it's great hearing Celtics coach Joe Mazzulla talk shop. He said everybody tries to break basketball up into offense and defense, but it's one game. Your spacing, decision-making, and shot selection set up your defense. That transition happens so fast, so the game is constantly changing. It's all connected, Brian.
No question. Thanks, Allie. Good stuff there. Here's Dick. Jaylen Brown with a rebound. Celtics lead by 3. Tatum passes to Porzingis. Back to Tatum. They kick it out to Porzingis. Barnes against Tatum. 6 on the shot clock. Tatum on the drive. And finished off by Tatum.
You're calling Tatum a capable scorer would be an understatement. He is an elite offensive talent.
It's stolen by Holiday. Fast break. Here come the Celtics. They kick it out to Porzingis. Misses the 3. Raptors trail by 5. Ingram, the pass to Barnes. Now Ingram. Porzingis grabs the board. Porzingis has got 5 rebounds in the game. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Holiday against Barrett. They kick it out to Porzingis. Out to the right wing. 5 on the clock. Late clock. The Celtics got to hurry here. And it falls all over the rim and in. And now it's a 7-point Boston lead.
Well, when you move the ball, you open up the defense. Great job to make the unselfish play.
And so it's Boston closing out the quarter with a 7-point lead. And it's all due to their ability to own the paint. They've been dominant down low. We're coming right back. Don't go anywhere. And if you're just joining in, 1 half is in the books. 1 half to go. And you know, Jason Tatum, he's been really making it happen, guys.
He's been so disruptive defensively in the first half. His fast hands pick plenty of pockets.
And because of that, I expect to see a huge emphasis on ball control moving forward.
We've got Jakob Poeltl. Emmanuel Quickly is out there with Walter. And it's Abaji in at the 3, a small forward. That's the 5 out there for the Raptors. Out to Craig. Pass to Cornette. Here's the 3. And it's Toronto with a rebound. It's Quickly with a drive. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
And he wastes no time coming out of the break.
Celtics lead by 5. And during the first few seasons of Emmanuel Quickly's career, he was seen primarily as a scorer, Greg.
Yes, but recently has blossomed into a more versatile threat. The leap we've seen in his passing has been especially impressive. He's a player to watch out for moving forward.
Hauser can't get it to go.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots. Oh, incredible! Save that one. I want to watch it again.
Awesome! Hauser passes to Cornette. Pass to Hauser. And the layup falls. And the Celtics lead by 5.
Assertive move. You can tell the game's heating up a bit.
Here's Quickly. Here's Abaji. From outside the arc. Sends it home from 3-point land. Agbaji's got himself on the board with a 3 there.
Well, the defense gave that away. He's a skilled shooter who you have to contest at the arc.
Pritchard, the pass to Cornette. Craig on the wing. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. The Raptors have gone 3 of 3 in the second half.
He knew exactly where his man was going to be. Outstanding lead pass.
Pass to Craig. Here's Cornette, covered by Poeltl. And now the Raptors on the break. The finish! And he counts. break with a monster slam.
And that's gotta hurt. A turnover for a free run at the rim.
And now we know who has the momentum.
A sequence like that really does sting. I'll tell you that much.
An aggressive move to a strong finish.
Yeah, and getting out in transition allows for some easy points before that defense is fully set.
Second half of play, and we're 3 minutes into the third here. Pass to Shireman. Here's Cornette, just 5 to shoot. They need this. Gets the 3 ball to go. Cornette's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Well, despite the effort to create super teams, the league has a lot of parity right now, Grant.
It really does, and I like it. It's not quite like the 80s Celtics and Lakers or the 90s Bulls, partly because of the salary cap. It's so hard to pay more than 2, maybe 3 stars at a time.
Craig inside. Pass to Cornette. Back to Craig. Here's Cornette, guarded by Quickly. And the foul called on Emmanuel Quickly. That's his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
We've gone about 3.5 minutes here into the third. And here's Craig, 6 to shoot. Second chance effort. Pirtle grabs a miss. Here's Toronto now. They're on a 13-5 run. Bobo gets the bucket.
Good play call and good execution. The offense running on all cylinders.
Celtics trail by 3. 52 seconds left in the third quarter. Cornette can't hit. And you'd like to go 2 for 1 here, Grant.
And at the same time, you want to get a good shot here, BA. And guys, this is why coaches value playing with pace.
Yeah, they have made the most of their transition chances.
So Boston ends up going with a new group. Toronto shooting their first free throw of the game. And the free throw, no good. For Boston, they've gotten just 25% of their shots to fall since the half. 2 for 8. Porzingis finds Holiday. They kick it out to Porzingis. Pass to Brown. Driving to the ball. Okay!
Oh, my gosh. Well, check out Brown getting flashy. That'll get him fired up.
The 3 from Barnes. And again, Toronto, no good. Outside Holiday. Outside Tatum for the tie. This is the trade. And we've just finished the third quarter. What a tight game we've got going. It's the Raptors. They lead by 3. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
You know, I'm kind of stoked that this was a choice because I love this pass. A remarkable find. He put his court vision on full display.
Yeah, he puts that pass right on the money and made things look easy for his team.
Man, I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. On the court right now for the Celtics, the perimeter pairing, it's White and Brown. Tatum is the 4 with Porzingis at center, and it's Holiday in at the point guard position. White on the wing. Back to Tatum. Brown, a screen on Barnes. Outside, Brown. Pass to White. Toronto grabs the miss. Outside Barrett. Boucher with it. There's the triple. Holiday grabs the miss. Holiday's got 4 rebounds now. Outside Brown. Into the lane. For 3, Porzingis. Yes! Kristaps showing some range.
He gets a lot of his points on catch-and-shoot jumpers. Porzingis is always ready to let it fly if he's got the room.
Dick. Ingram, pass to Boucher, and finished off by Boucher.
Well, he's a bit of an undersized center. However, his leaping ability can certainly mask that.
here's White on the drive. Here's Tatum. Oh, he got him with a pump fake, but he couldn't finish. Toronto leading by 5. Outside Barrett. Drills it from deep.
Yeah, this is the kind of scorer Barrett can be. When he's playing to his strengths, he can catch fire.
Tatum against Barnes. Outside Holiday. Back to Tatum. Pass to Porzingis. Launches it. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Tatum. For Toronto, they've gone 3 of 4 in the fourth and looking confident on offense. Dick, the pass to Barrett. Fires for 3. Porzingis grabs the board. Porzingis has got 6 rebounds now in the game. And it's Brown off the drive. And the jam by Brown.
Yeah, charging inside with force. Love seeing Brown go up strong on the drive.
Here's Ingram. Pass to Barnes. Barnes with a screen on White. Here's Ingram. Tatum pulls it in.
Yeah, you expect him to make those. Good look. Just couldn't find the mark.
Brown passes to Tatum. 1:51 left in the game. Back to Brown. Outside Porzingis. No good from outside.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Right side Barrett. Outside for Ingram. Fires from deep. Hits a three-pointer. And the Raptors lead by 9.
And for the defense, that is a heart-sinking moment when you see him that wide open from beyond the arc.
Hey, if you can't block it, sending him to the line can be the next best thing.
And let's take a moment to get your take, guys, on the scoring so far for the Raptors.
Well, the defense hasn't done nearly a good enough job of getting back in transition, and they've taken advantage, racking up fast break points against them.
Another big factor for them has been their ability to get points off of turnovers. The easiest offense is created by good defense.
So the first one drops, and that'll put them up by 9.
At the line for Toronto.
Both free throws good from Barnes. Boston has gone 1 for 3 in the fourth quarter from range. And finished by Tatum. Wow!
We don't always get to see this from Tatum, adding the sizzle to the steak.
Outside for Boucher. Offensive rebound. And the ball out of bounds. The Celtics will have it. And it's Tatum with the ball for Boston. And here's Brown for 3. And it's Boucher with the rebound. I think a bucket here, Grant, would end this game.
Absolutely. That would put a bow on this one.
Pass to Ingram. Boucher a screen on Brown. And here's Ingram outside. And again, Toronto, no good.
At this point, it just feels like it's over.
Yeah, time is not on their side. Score is not on their side. Nothing you can do.
Hey, nice work attracting the foul from deep. He'll shoot 3.
So the first of 3 is good, and that narrows the gap to 7.
A talented scorer and versatile defender. The athletic Brown is a vital piece for this team.
And no good on the third free throw. So he ends up 2 for 3. Tatum passes to White. The kick to Tatum. It's stolen by Ingram. Fires from way outside. No good there. So the Raptors win it. This one was in the balance right until the final seconds.
NBA, they showed their character when it mattered most.
afternoon game here. And now the opening lineup for Boston. And in the front court, Brown and Tatum. Holiday in the backcourt. To his side is White. And it's Porzingis in at the 5. And for Detroit, the backcourt pair will be Cunningham and Ivy. Reed out there with Isaiah Stewart. And it's Thompson in at the small forward position. And Cunningham with the slam.
And the challenge defensively is to find Cunningham at all 3 levels. He can beat you at the rim. He can beat you from 30 feet out and everything in between.
Now here's White. Porzingis with a screen on Ivy. Out to Porzingis. Lays it up off the glass. One thing, Doris, that should attract a lot of attention in this game, that matchup at the guard position. That is going to be special.
Well, that's the point of attack on both ends of the floor, and it's always fun to see skilled and capable guards duel it out. It is like watching a great chess match.
Cunningham with it. Now guarded by Tatum. Shot clock at 5. Back to Stewart. From deep. Rebounded by the Celtics. Tatum looking around. Out to the right wing. Porzingis finds Tatum. Out to Porzingis. From past the arc. Bangs home the trifecta. Porzingis has got 5 points so far.
Well, he's got the green light. Porzingis understands. Be ready on the catch.
Cunningham passes to Reed. That's in, coming off the assist from Cunningham.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Well, that three-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
And how about the burst there of speed from Holiday on the drive, zipping in before the D can rotate.
Doors, some great shooters on this Boston team, but at times, don't you think they settle from the perimeter?
Well, Kevin, obviously, this is a coaching staff that puts a heavy emphasis on three-point shooting. They led the league in makes, they led the league in attempts. But obviously, your 2 best players, Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown, with their size and athleticism and driving ability, you want to try to find the right balance. They do a great job of that.
Boston's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. They get the rebound. Porzingis can't hit. The Pistons have gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. Ivy with the bucket.
And if Ivy can hit that shot with consistency, it really makes him a tough cover.
Now, let's send it over to David Aldridge, who was able to talk with J.B. Bickerstaff.
Now, we talked about the difficulty of trying to contain a player like Jaylen Brown. Coach said we can't let him gain confidence and feel like he can do whatever he wants. That's when you get into trouble. Now it's up to the players to make sure this doesn't happen. Guys?
Thank you, David.
The ability for Jason Tatum to be ready on the catch. Those opportunities make the game a little bit easier.
Stewart up top. Out to the wing. Tries it from 19. Count it. Reed's got 5 points so far.
I like that decision right there. Don't try to force a shot inside. Kick it out.
Brown dishes to Tatum. The trade. And it's Brown that time on the assist by Tatum.
That three-point shooting sets up every aspect of Jaylen Brown's game. What a pretty shot.
Brown against Cunningham. A 3-ball. Here's Stewart. Pass to Ivy. Back to Stewart. Now, here's Ivy. White covering. Here's Stewart. It's hauled in by Brown.
I'm sure he's kicking himself. He hates to blow that kind of opportunity.
Tatum on the wing. Brown against Stewart. Outside, Porzingis. Tatum wide open, he fires one. And again, Boston with the triple.
Jason Tatum has built such consistency from beyond the arc. Doesn't matter if there's a contest or not.
Holiday against Cunningham. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Cunningham's got his second bucket.
Just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Holiday kicks to White. There's the triple. Offensive rebound, Celtics. Outside Holiday. Three-pointer. Offensive rebound. He nails the buzzer beater.
And give him credit. Good awareness of the time remaining.
Oh, we've seen some great shots in the first quarter. No shortage of offense. Celtics lead by 5. Live from Little Caesars Arena, you're watching 2K Sports. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And a chance for just a second now to check out the scoring breakdown for the Celtics.
They look to fire as much as possible from outside the arc, and so far they are hitting at a high clip.
And the other thing I love, how they're making the extra pass. They're not settling for the first shot. They're going from good to great.
The backcourt pair will be Cunningham and Ivy. Isaiah Stewart out there with Thompson. And it's Reed in at the center position. That's the 5 on the floor for the Pistons. Ivy with it. Second chance shot. Porzingis with the block.
Porzingis 7-3 says not here and not now.
And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation.
Celtics ball.
Celtics leading by 7. And when Porzingis goes to work inside, Doris, there are not a lot of answers for his side.
We know, Kevin, obviously, that post-ups become less and less a part of the game, but still an important one opportunistically. And you talk about efficiency in the post, that is Kristaps Porzingis. But not only that, the mid-range game is there, the three-point game is there, and the defense is there.
Cunningham gets the bucket.
And this is the beauty of Cunningham. He can score from anywhere on the floor. That length, obviously, a huge advantage.
White the pass to Tatum. And stolen by Thompson. And here we go with Thompson running it up the court. And a wide open look for Cunningham. Nails the open triple off the fast break.
And you see that one motion shot. Cunningham very consistent from distance.
And Holiday kicks to Brown. Knocked loose. Reed with the steal. Thompson with it. He's picked up by White. Pass to Ivy. Reed with it. Out to Thompson. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Ivy. Jaylen Brown with the rebound. Boston leading by 4. Tatum on the wing. On the wing, Holiday. Covered by Cunningham. Here's Tatum, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. You know, Doris, from the moment Jason Tatum entered the NBA, he has been the guy on his team. How big a burden do you think that is for a player to carry?
Well, Jason Tatum, regardless of how much responsibility he has always worn it gracefully. This young man, from the time he was a little kid in St. Louis, has dreamed of leading an NBA team. He is doing exactly that.
Pass to Reed. Back to Cunningham. Reed a screen. Cunningham kicks to Reed. That's in, coming off the assist from Cunningham. Reed's got 8 points.
And really with a pass-first mentality, Cunningham, the type of player that you like to play with.
Holiday finds Tatum.
2 minutes remaining in the first.
Top of the key, Porzingis. Tatum with it. Now defended by Cunningham. Here's Holiday, and they force the shot clock violation. Great team. Pistons trail by 3, and the foul on Drew Holiday. That is his first foul of the game.
Personal foul. First team foul.
1:51 left in the second quarter. Stewart with the screen on Holiday. Porzingis with the block. And they get it back. Taken away by Holiday.
That's just phenomenal defense. The defense feels like it's all over the place and knows exactly how to guard it.
Right there, the defender clearly trying to inhibit a fast break. I think that's a transition take foul. The Pistons shooting their first foul shot of the game.
And last season, as a team, they knocked down 79% of their free throws, so those are numbers you'll be happy with.
And Greg, for longtime Pistons fans, that bad boys era was so special.
I mean, Detroit's a tough, hard-working town. And those teams did have great talent led by Isaiah Thomas, but it was their physical, intimidating style of play that made them the bad boys.
Shot clock at 2. Reed. The shot goes down and he gets this game back to even. 10 points for him.
It's like Ivy has that sixth sense of where his teammates are on the floor.
Tatum dishes to White. Reed against Porzingis. Holiday, the pass to Porzingis. Scored the bucket. He's made 5 so far, shooting a very clean 5 of 7.
Add that to the repertoire of moves on the interior. KP doing work.
Out to Thompson. Here's Reed. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. And a fast break now for the Celtics. Tries from 7. And no good. Trying to use the glass. 5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. To the left side wing. Here's Stewart. That 3 off the mark. He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here.
First personal foul.
That's good from Holiday. Boston leading by 3.
They can close out the quarter if they want to.
It's all about patience right here. Patience and execution. Get a good look.
Thompson outside. Pass to Reed. Over Porzingis. And that one released in time, but no good. And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow. Right here on 2K Sports. And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. And it's been a clinic out there by Kristaps Porzingis.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
One of the things every player is after is efficiency at the offensive end. And boy, this young guy has done just that.
Starting off the second half, here's Joe Mazzulla's 5. They've got Torrey Craig. And it's Hauser in at the 3 spot. So, Doris, here's a question for you. Should the NBA widen the court? Because the corner 3 now is such a staple in these offenses.
That's exactly right. One of the most coveted, Kevin, because the proximity of the shot is so desirable. Here's what we know unequivocally. There's no way they're going to widen the court because it would take out some of the money-making courtside seats. That's not happening. This is as pure a shooter as there is. You've got to stay connected or it's a problem.
Pass to Duran. Here's Shireman, and there's the spot dunk to finish it off.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
At the end of the day, though, it's 2 points. Don't hang your heads. Let's get refocused and play with more patience.
Here's Pritchard. Pass to Craig. Craig with a screen on Beasley. Back to Craig. 4 on the clock. 3-pointer. And again, Boston with the triple.
Well, overall, they're the team getting the better looks here in this second half.
And I think what's happening is they're getting their shots within the flow of their offense, and you can clearly see the difference.
Pass to Pritchard. Into the third we go. 2 minutes in now. Fournette, and he takes the feed in stride and slams it home.
Not the kind of aggressive defense they need to cut into the lead.
Yeah, you have to protect the rim, Greg, a little better.
They're just too slow to react. You can't afford to sleepwalk through possessions. What's going on out there?
Duran sets the screen for Hardaway. Hands it from downtown. Hardaway has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
I just love how confident Tim Hardaway Jr. is from long distance. This guy will cash in from there.
Pass to Craig. And finished off by Craig.
And we always talk about making your teammate better. That assist was right on target.
Harris setting the pick for Beasley. Harris finds Beasley. Teardrop shot. He takes it up and lays it in. Beasley's got his first points in this one.
How about the delicate floater by Malik Beasley? Such a tough shot to get a piece of.
GA, these Boston Celtics are unquestionably a top-tier offensive unit.
Stupendous shooting, excellent instincts with the ball. Yeah, they are a model offense in many ways, making it tough for many teams to keep up with them. And everything is dropping for them. Terrific second half run.
And I think it's been all about their offensive efficiency, shooting the lights out in this quarter.
And Harris wide open. He shoots another 3 for Detroit.
And through hard work, this has become Harris's bread and butter. A knockdown shooter off the catch.
Out to the right wing. 1:09 left to play in the third. Chalk up 2 there. Shireman's got 7 points.
What an effective, efficient offensive possession. They'd love to get that shot every trip down the floor.
Harris setting the pick for Beasley. To the middle. And slam dunk by Harris.
How about that finish by Harris? He sees his opening and does not hesitate to rise up and be free.
Hauser the pass to Craig. Out left to the wing. Pass to Shireman. 5 to shoot. Here's Fournette. Defended by Duran.
Boy, this guy is a good finisher, so he misses a chippy. That's tough to take.
And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That was pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Harris setting the pick for Beasley. Pass to Harris. The 3. Rebounded by Hauser. Here's Shireman. The 3. Good on the 3-point shot. 10 points for him. And so it's the Boston Celtics with a 10-point lead. Some breathing room heading it. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery.
We call that putting it right in the pocket, and he knew what to do with it once it was there.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. The backcourt pair will be Cunningham and Ivy. Thompson is out there with Isaiah Stewart. And it's Reed in at the 5, roaming the paint. That's the group for Detroit right now. White finds Tatum. Great job by Tatum in close.
Well, the increasing strength of Jason Tatum is making it harder to knock him off his path. That is nice.
Pass to Reed. Now here's Ivy. Reed a screen on White. And it's Jaden Ivey with the foul. That's his first foul.
Really just a great play to sacrifice his body and take the charge.
And here is Tatum. Tatum taking it in. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's on Asar Thompson.
There is a deceptive quickness with Jason Tatum. When he's attacking the basket, it puts the defense in a compromising position.
It's safe to say Jason Tatum is a bona fide superstar.
He certainly is, Kevin, and really been a big-time star from the time he was 23 years old. Lots of pressure on this young player, but Jason's not only embraced it, he's thrived under it.
The kick out to Cunningham. Drains it from beyond the arc.
I love the mentality of Cunningham tonight, looking for his shot, and boy, is he producing.
Tipped away. Tatum with it. Picked up by Thompson. The kick out to Brown. 6 to shoot. Holiday left side. Again, the miss by the Celtics. Pistons trail by 8. Cunningham looking it over. Stewart, a screen for Cunningham. Pass to Stewart. Takes the 3. The rebound by the Celtics. They've led by as many as 11 points. Tatum passes to White.
I think the thing that's most striking about Derek White, guys, he's capable of affecting games in so many ways. Yes, he can score it. Excellent passer and a very versatile cross-positional defender, a guy who can contribute to a good team.
Just solid, really one of the very best there is at the free throw line.
Cunningham against Holiday. Cunningham kicks to Ivy. They grab their own miss. Goes back up. Pass to Reed. The Pistons need to get off a shot here. Fires for 3. Jason Tatum grabs the board.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
And this is where you hope that he can find something easy so he can see the ball go through the net.
Back to Brown. Tatum with a screen on Cunningham. And it's Brown missing. And so it's Cunningham with it. He brings it up for the Pistons, trailing by 10. And Thompson throws it down.
I think the wind could be 12 feet off the ground, and Thompson could still go get the line.
Outside Tatum. He takes... What a jam! Tatum doing it with style.
Oh, my goodness, Jason Tatum, you've got to be kidding me. How pretty was that?
Reed, a screen on Holiday. Pass to Reed. Back to Cunningham. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed.
Boy, the consistency he's had tonight has been impressive. Really steady from the field.
Outside Holiday. Back to Tatum. Now Brown. Porzingis inside. Read on him. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Well, we know that when Kristaps Porzingis is in rhythm, he can string together a stretch of play where he is sustaining an offense.
Love seeing a point guard who can explode to the rim like that.
Oh, great attitude and even a better finish.
Boy, it's incredible how much explosive scoring ability can come from the lead guard position. That is a big-time play.
And here's Tatum for 3. It's hauled in by Stewart. Detroit's gone 2 of 5 on three-point shots since the end of the third quarter. Cunningham dishes it to Reed. Rebound Boston. Outside Tatum. Pass to Holiday. The rebound by Ivy. 32 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Cunningham passes to Reed. And the dunk by Reed.
That's just good fundamentals from Cunningham. When a guy is that open, you got to get it to him.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Asar Thompson. That's foul number 2 for him. Outside Holiday. Pass to Tatum. Outside Porzingis. It's White on the wing. Porzingis inside. Shoots the three. No good. So it's the Celtics picking up the win. A narrow win under difficult circumstances, Greg, as the visiting team.
It really was.
Thank you, David. And that about wraps it up for Greg Anthony.
So let's take a look at the starters for Toronto. Barrett is the 3. Barnes will play the 4. Brandon Ingram out there with Dick. And it's Boucher in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And for Detroit, Cunningham and Ivy work together as the backcourt. Isaiah Stewart out there with Paul Reed. And it's Thompson in at the 3.
He can really read the floor. Precision pass in rhythm.
Well, Grant, I hope you're as fired up for this one as I am. Some of the league's most exciting talent on the floor.
Oh, my, man. I am most definitely up for this one. With the athleticism on both sides, there's going to be no shortage of highlights. Oh, rocketing off the floor. Ivy using all of his athletic ability on the jam.
Outside Dick. Pass to Barnes. Beyond the arc. Dick gets the bucket.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
And so Cunningham will bring it up for Detroit. It's a 3-point game. And about a minute gone in the first quarter. Stewart outside, lets it go from deep. That falls. Nice feed that time from Cunningham.
How about Stewart stretching out the defense, and not something we see from him a ton of times.
Here's Barrett, pass to Barnes. The shot's good.
The defensive effort was lacking a bit, but hey, give him credit for finding a weakness there.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
And the shot's good.
Pretty nice release from Cade Cunningham that time. Soft touch and arc on that ball.
After years of competing for championships and winning one, Toronto is suddenly in a rebuild phase, Brent.
Yeah, they had a familiar roster for many years, and then last couple of years a little bit underperforming, trying to find some guys to stabilize where their franchise is going. It's a bit of a reset in Toronto.
He may give up a little size, but has the bounce to hold his own.
And it's Cunningham missing.
For him, it's harder to miss that shot than it is to make that shot. I think he was anticipating a bit of a bump there.
The Pistons have gone 3 of 4, off to a nice start. Picked by Reed. Deflects the pass, and Grady Dick gets a whistle that time. That's his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
Well, if you're just tuning in, we've played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. Cunningham passes to Reed. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
He challenges the defender and throws it down with 2 hands.
Man, just straight power on that one. Clear the deck. And it's Dick off the drive. The rebound by Stewart.
You have to really like his energy getting to the rim there. Shocked that he blew the dunk, but you know most times he's going to posterize his man.
Tipped away. Thompson passes to Reed. Cunningham against Barrett. Second chance shot. Down to 5 on the shot clock.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
Here's Thompson. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. The Raptors have gone 4 of 6 in the first quarter. Here's Barnes. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. And you know, Brent, Scotty Barnes does so much for this team. That includes creating for others.
Yeah, I think that's probably the #1 attribute. He's got the length and size to be a defender that can guard 2 through 4, BA, but Scotty's a problem because he can create opportunities and advantage on the offensive end.
All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Cade Cunningham has really been improving from distance. He said early in his career he was playing a lot of minutes and stepping back to the NBA three-point line, he just didn't have enough legs in his shot. After his shin surgery, he redefined his form and strengthened his legs. Brian, he said it helped a lot.
That could be a silver lining of all that time off, Allen. Shot is good by Barrett.
I think RJ found that floater right as he got into the area. One more step, he's able to spot the rim. Soft touch.
Stewart outside. On the wing, Thompson. Barnes against Stewart. Stripped it away. Barnes feeling it out a bit. Boucher passes to Barnes. They get it back. Kicks it out to Barrett. from behind the arc. He's looking good. 2 buckets in 3 attempts.
Well, finding some room there on the perimeter, the lefty, R.J. Barrett, knocks it down.
Stewart outside. The 3. There's 31 seconds left now in the first quarter. Here's Cunningham. Shot clock at 5. Stewart outside. Oh, blocked by Ingram. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Barnes with a screen on Thompson. Here's Ingram. And out of bounds. Detroit will have it. There's 14 seconds left in the first quarter. Cunningham passes to Reed. Cunningham, a screen on Boucher. Now Stewart. Over Ingram. And that does it for the first quarter. Toronto out in front, up by 5. Don't go. If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter in this one. And from what we've seen from the Raptors, what's your take so far?
Oh, what a first quarter. You love their willingness to make the extra pass.
Well, so much unselfish play out there. The coaching staff has to be thrilled with that.
So on the floor for Toronto to kick off the second quarter. Barrett is the 3, and Barnes will play the 4. Grady Dick out there with Brandon Ingram. And it's Boucher in at the 5 down low.
And that's the way it should be. Ingram aggressive to the rack.
Last season was tough for the Pistons, Brent, setting an NBA record by losing 28 games in a row.
NBA, I'm a glass half full guy. I'm going to go on the bright side. Look at their core. It's led by Cade Cunningham. This guy is ultra talented. He's still in his early 20s. They have a lot of young talent on the roster. They're going to be better, and they play way better in the second half of the year. So how's that for some positivity?
From the top of the key, and he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. Ingram's got his 2nd bucket of the game. With some arc. Reed passes to Ivy. Picked by Reed. Takes the 3. A nice shot by Ivy. Ivy's got 5 now.
And something Ivy continues to improve. He's becoming a real threat from downtown.
Outside for Ingram. Let's go with a 3. The rebound by Stewart. Pistons trail by 6. Ivy with the ball. And it's Boucher picking him up. There's Cunningham with a 3. Another 3 for Detroit.
Good instincts from Cade that time. He has the shot all picked out, so why waste time? Let it rip.
Left side Barnes. Pass to Ingram. Barnes in the post. He's against Stewart. Barnes, it's good.
Good execution. They're getting some short-range looks here.
And here's Cunningham. He'll bring it up for Detroit. Rejected by Barnes. Out of bounds. Pistons ball as Detroit keeps possession. And we're about 2 minutes into the second quarter here. Stewart outside. Just 5 to shoot. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. It's going to be on Brandon Ingram. All right, Brent, what do you see in Isaiah Stewart's game?
Well, coming in, he's always been that junkyard dog mentality, right? Try to play physical, rebound, bump guys around. But there's a little bit more to Isaiah Stewart in the way that he can shoot the basketball, expanding his range and knocking down some three-pointers. So some flexibility and some creativity on the offensive end.
Here's Ingram. That's his 3rd basket in 5 shots. Solid work.
Yeah, here's a list of things I don't want to do, and right at the top is guard that guy.
Stewart outside. He hits that one. 2 for 5 now.
Let the big man eat. Stewart just aggressive and confident down there in the post.
And a homecoming of sorts for R.J. Barrett last season after being traded to his hometown Raptors.
Yeah, he's played well in Toronto. You wonder if the offseason helps him settle into where it is that he knows he's going to start this year. I really like his three-point shooting. That has been much improved in that Raptor uniform.
Flying high, Asar Thompson. I wish I still had hops like that.
Here's Dick. Outside for Ingram. And there's 1:45 left in the second quarter. Boucher a screen on Thompson. The shot by Ingram, no good.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
Cunningham outside. Thompson outside. Can't tie it up. That one misses.
Well, the D really getting away with one there. No one on him. And that's going to be good 9 out of 10 times.
Shot is good by Barrett.
Now, I'm impressed with R.J. Barrett and his body control when he's around the basket like that. Good finish.
Here's Thompson. The shot's good on the assist by Cunningham. Cunningham's got 3 assists in the game.
They're punishing those late defensive rotations, getting good looks inside throughout the half.
Ingram finds Barrett. There's the 3. The Pistons clear it. Stewart's got 4 rebounds now. Kicks it out to Cunningham. Oh, the range of Cunningham.
Cunningham sneaking out to the corner.
For Toronto, they've gotten over 50% of their shots to go. 5 for 9 in the second. Outside for Ingram. 29 seconds left in the second period. Nice D from Thompson. And here's Detroit. They're on a 16-7 run. Cunningham up top. Back to Thompson. Stewart outside. And finished off by Stewart.
So sick, the vertical ability.
That was flat out awesome. He has that effortless knack for getting to the hoop. And so a close game as we wrap up the first half of play. The Pistons on top. They lead by 2. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow on 2K Sports.
Please direct your attention now to the center court. And get ready for the game. Half-court shot from line. They're thinking about the shot.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been a fairly even one. Nice game. Great performance by Cade Cunningham.
Can they come up with an answer for him coming out of the half? They have to change something defensively.
It's just way too easy out there, and I'm sure Coach is going to make that a priority at halftime.
Down low, it's going to be Harris and Duran. Malik Beasley is out there with Dennis Schroeder. And it's Hardaway in at the 3. That's the 5 on the floor for the Pistons. Quickly, passes to Pirtle. And stolen by Hardaway. This one for 3. Knocks down the triple. All right, Grant, which U.S.-born player do you think has the best chance to supplant LeBron as the face of the league?
Oh, man, you're putting me on the spot, B.A. Well, the conversation has to be between Jason Tatum, Ja Morant, and Anthony Edwards. They're the best young talent that the U.S. has to offer, and they're only getting better. Oh, you gotta love the back and forth, showing real confidence at the arc.
Yeah, both teams finding ways to the three-point line and trying to take advantage from distance.
Outside Hardaway. Offline with a 3. Toronto trailing. To the paint. Here's Mobo. No, stopping him there. Jams it in, and he's fouled. An opportunity at a 3-point play. That one on Harris. Toronto shooting their 5th free throw of the game here. Detroit has gone only 1 of 3 from deep here in the third. Harris a screen on quickly. Harris outside. Just about a minute and a half into the third quarter of basketball. Hardaway, no good. Toronto shooting an efficient 57% tonight. Well, if the Pistons are going to turn things around, Brent, it needs to start on the defensive end.
Yeah, that's part of it, BA. It's not surprising that they've been in the bottom 5 defensively over the past couple years, and that's what happens when you pile up a bunch of young players who want to prove themselves, and by proving themselves, it usually starts on the offensive end. We'll see if these guys being together start to take some pride in stopping their opponents.
4 on the clock. Duren. And that time also a missed shot. Raptors lead by 3. Seems like this offense is being executed the way it was designed.
Yeah, I'm sure Coach couldn't be happier with the results.
And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. Looking at the Raptors, Brent, things have not gone too smoothly since their 2019 championship.
Well, I felt like that championship roster was built just for that year, though, BA. There wasn't a lot of, progression that was going to come from that. They went in, they got Kawhi, they won the championship, and now it's all about rebuilding their franchise in the style that they want to do it. They have one guy that they believe in Scotty Barnes, RJ Barrett on the trade, and slowly and surely they're going to start to put these pieces around to become a contender again.
Things are starting to come together for them, and the lead is starting to grow too.
Coaches always talk about the first 5 minutes of the third quarter. They have definitely increased their energy level here.
Here's quickly. A rebound by Detroit. Right around 3 minutes into this second half. Beasley outside. Back to Schroeder for 3. Count it from distance. And now just a 2-point Toronto lead.
And right there, Dennis Schroeder shows some confidence by nailing the jumper.
Quickly passes to Abaji. Down low. Duren with a steal. Hardaway on the wing. Harris a screen. Hardaway finds Harris. Beasley with it. There's a minute 26 left in the third quarter. For the lead. Rebound Toronto. Pirtle's got 6 rebounds in the game. Quickly against Schroeder. Quickly passes to Abaji. Fires in the triple. Agbaji's got 6.
That's one of the best three-point shooters. You got to try to scramble the Jets right here and get that guy off the sweet spot.
Duren with a screen on quickly. Out to Harris. Jacks up a 3. That one falls. Coming off Schroeder's feed.
Yeah, and a triple from Harris, matching the one on the other end. Just great back and forth.
Pass to Abaji. Back to quickly. Here's Abaji. Duren with a rebound. And so it's Schroeder with it. He brings it up for the Detroit Pistons. Trailing by 2. Shot clock and game clock. 1 second differential. Harris a screen. Pass to Duren. Outside Schroeder for the lead. No good on the shot. We're at the end of the third quarter, and we've still got a close one. Raptors out in front. They lead by a... All right, let's take a look at our assist of the game, presented by State Farm.
Yeah, just shredding the defense with that feed. 0 chance to stop that.
That's what great passing will do for you right there, dissecting the defense with that play.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we'll start the fourth in what is still anybody's ball game. Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
I was able to listen in on what Darko Rajakovic was going over with his team. He told the team he has complete faith in them, saying, we're right there, now we just got to make that push and really take hold of the game. We can do that. To me, it looked like his players are on the same page with him. Guys, back to you.
Appreciate the report, Allie. On the court for Toronto to start the fourth. Barrett is the 3, and Barnes will play the 4. Grady Dick out there with Brandon Ingram. And it's Boucher in at the center position.
And this is something he does all too well. Great position for the putback there.
And I like how he doesn't think twice about passing it out. Just going right for the slam.
Oh, his competitiveness right now is why the teammates love him.
And the call will be against Brandon Ingram. That'll be a second foul of the game.
First team foul.
And so it's Detroit with it. 4-point game. Ivy passes to Reed. From outside, off the mark.
The D doesn't seem to be too worried about him from three-point range, and he shows us why still. I expect him to make one of those.
Barnes, it's good.
And Brandon Ingram at that size, able to survey the entire floor and make a play.
Stewart outside, fires the three. And it's Boucher with the rebound. Boucher's got 5 rebounds in the game. Outside Dick. To the paint. Stolen by Ivy. Cunningham with the ball. Now guarded by Barrett. Cunningham passes to Stewart. Hits the trifecta.
And Stewart just preparing himself ahead of the catch to be in rhythm for that jumper.
Outside Dick. Outside for Ingram. Lets the three fly. The rebound by Stewart. Stewart's got 5 rebounds tonight. Pass to Cunningham. Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. And Detroit another three.
And what a comeback. Do they have enough left to maintain this energy and get the win?
This is a testament to this team's fortitude, never giving up. Folks, we've got a new ballgame.
Kicks it out to Barrett. Shot clock at 6. Uses the glass on the layup. And the Raptors lead by 2.
And just great intensity down the stretch. I mean, he really wants to rock with the game on the line.
Take a look at him, locked in right now in this moment, wants the ball in his hands and feels real comfortable with the shot he's taking.
Pass to Stewart. Thompson, a screen on Ingram. Here's Stewart. Rebounded by Ingram. For Toronto, they've gone 3 of 5 since this fourth quarter started. Here's Dick. Sinks the tray. And it's a 5-point Toronto lead.
I'll tell you, Grady Dick can shoot for days. I mean, his confidence from beyond the arc is really incredible.
Cunningham with the ball. He's picked up by Barnes. To Cunningham. Stewart, screen on Barnes. From 12 feet, the Pistons need to get one up quick. Goes up from the top of the key.
Ingram has that length to still be an effective shot blocker.
A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Barnes passes to Dick. Kicks it out to Barrett. Launches a three. Detroit with a rebound.
I'm not sure how he finds himself in so much space there. He's kicking himself for whiffing a bit on that one.
Back to Stewart. Pass to Cunningham. Just 5 on the clock. On the wing, Thompson. Oh, and the jam by Thompson.
And for a younger guy, Cunningham's vision is impressive. He's always watching the floor.
Outside Dick. Outside for Ingram. Looking to get it going. It falls!
This is why you love Brandon Ingram.
Cunningham on the wing. He's guarded by Barnes. Pass to Reed. Three-pointer. Oh, he nails it! And he's brought them within 2 points now.
Wow. That takes steady nerves right there.
Not backing down from this moment here. When the game is close, he kicks it up a notch.
Here's Dick. And he's going to the line for two. The official saw contact while he was going up.
I don't mind that. I mean, they met him at the rim and temporarily prevented the point.
So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 4-point ball game.
And just like that, this game is a 2-possession affair.
Here's Cunningham, drives to the hoop. Oh, he powers right through the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul, too, and he'll go to the line. That one on Barnes. That free throw good from Cunningham.
You might want to think twice before sending him to the line again. He gets locked in when the game gets close.
And they go to the intentional foul.
Yeah, just a must-foul situation to stop the clock.
First free throw is good, and that'll put him up 2. And a tough break as his second attempt is no good at the line. And J.B. Bickerstaff decides to call timeout. There is a lot on the line, and he is determined to make sure everyone's on the same page. What's the best strategy for him?
A chance to tie it up here.
Well, they just need a solid play right now, and Coach going through his index cards to find one to get something going.
Stolen by Boucher, and timeout called by Darko Rajakovic. And a great call on his part. This is the time you want to be in sync right here. The Raptors making a switch here.
And get into the lineup for the Raptors, number 5.
And they're going to prolong the game with an intentional foul.
Yeah, and there's no question they have to foul. Now, I'm sure they would have preferred to avoid it.
He drops the first one, and that makes it a 3-point lead. And so he drops them both, and it's a 4-point ball game.
Huge moment. He steps up and sinks the final daggers.
Detroit calls timeout. They're down by 4. Turning here to our analyst. What elements become the primary keys at this point?
Score quick, then foul. Then you have to hope for some missed free throws.
Yeah, this won't be easy, so a little bit of luck will go a long way for them to get back in.
So it's the Raptors taking the W in a close one. They played the villain tonight.